Good morning, my brothers and sisters. The Beatitudes are for you. Now, today is going to be another call towards beautiful living through the three middle Beatitudes. The first one, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Now, being righteous is being in a right relationship with God. And the question is, how are we going to get right with God? Well, God requires and we inquire. That is, we have to do it to his standards, not to what, we think. We can't do it by ourselves, and without God, righteousness is impossible. Otherwise, it would be called self-righteousness. And there's no such thing as self-righteousness that is not offensive to God. So even practicing self-righteousness is in itself unrighteous. So that is, to get righteousness wrong might even leave us farther from true righteousness than when we started. So back to the Beatitude. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for it. Now that means that we're not quite there yet. We're built to want it, and yet we don't have it. We're built to desire it. So what is one of the hallmarks of humanity, which is hunger? You've seen the guy with the sign. We want justice. So there's this God-shaped hole in our hearts, and there's this Christian pillar of the faith, and here it is, that there's a relational breach, and therefore a righteousness breach between mankind and God, and we hunger for its correction. So righteousness does not accrue to our accounts by being nice or good or recycling or watching our carbon footprint. It's because of our imperfection. We have to look to Jesus for fulfillment of the righteousness, right standing with God. So our hunt for Jesus is, in a sense, a hunt for Jesus. Our hunt for justice is a hunt for Jesus. So two things might be unpalatable about that as we look to it. First of all, it's brutal cost to him. That's just unpalatable to look at. Secondly, that it's free to us. That's also kind of unpalatable. We want to earn it. And we think that it has to be more complicated than that. We've got to jump through more spiritual hoops. All right. So blessed are the righteous. Second psalm, blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Now, mercy has to be an essential characteristic of God. Otherwise, the only occupants of the kingdom would be the Father, Son, and Spirit. So mercy is a glue that somehow is going to connect the divine world to the human world. And mercy sometimes is a glue that connects human to human. Now, mercy is winsome. It's attractive to God. He seeks after it. It's one of his characteristics. He desires it in us. He desires us to sometimes respond mercifully. Now, does that mean that mercy forgets or flaunts justice? Absolutely not. I think the best mercy remembers justice. And rather than the fistful of justice, you get this fistful of mercy. So the best fistful of mercy is remembering the justice that was due. So the question for us is, how can I live mercifully in this world? And I think the best place to start is identify people and situations where justice is due. So who deserves justice in your life? Who deserves the fistful of justice? And then deliver mercy, a fistful of mercy, thinking mercifully, extending mercy in an actionable way, speaking or doing something. You've been given a fistful of mercy yourself, so this can inspire us to give a fistful of mercy to our fellow humans. So just like you, a fistful of mercy has already been extended, and so an appropriate response can be an extension of a fistful of mercy to others. All right, so go live your life beautifully and do so with a fistful of mercy. Find someone deserving of justice. The worst person in your life, has to be somebody hard. Otherwise, it won't be mercy. So kind of the irony in this whole thing is that a person who may play a critical role in what's happened in your spiritual life is the worst person in your life. And hurry. We live in a world of mercy now, but eventually there's going to be an end point where mercy is going to stop and it's going to be all justice. All right, the final beatitude I'd like to do is blessed are the pure in heart. That's in Matthew 5:8. So what is purity? It's this cleanness. It's unblemished. It's a pure object that is ready to be of service. That's used that way in the Old Testament as well as in the book of Revelation. So being pure of heart doesn't happen by accident. A pure heart is known at depth by the Lord. It's known affectionately. God loves us. A pure heart has been assisted by the borrowed purity of Jesus. That's how you get to be pure. And then this new state is acceptable before the Father. So all those things together puts us in a state of purity, which is in a state of preparedness for usefulness, ready for usefulness. Okay, so final conclusions today. Couple questions. Are you ready for service? Because blessed are the pure. Are you prepared with a fistful of mercy for some knucklehead in your life who deserves a fistful of justice? Blessed are the merciful. And do you want justice? Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for it. I think if we look at it, we see the Beatitudes are for you, and they're a beautiful way to live. More tomorrow. Thanks for listening.